Rejoice, my friends! Kaldheim is upon us, and to celebrate, we're going to talk about an update to the Kaldheim dice fiasco and also Kaldheim's Day 1 Errata. That doesn't normally happen. Greetings, owners of fine luxury cardboard rectangles. Welcome to Kaldheim pre-release weekend, the fun time where we all get together and obsess over all the Kaldheim stuff and get it out of our system so by the end of the weekend we can go, Kaldheim, nah baby, I'm ready to talk about Strixhaven. Are you guys like me? You gotta be. I feel like as a group, we are very much what's next, what's next, what's next. I mean, people will literally show up and start talking about not only Strixhaven, but the D&D set that's coming, the Innistrad sets. We're always a very forward-looking group. But we're gonna zero in, we're gonna focus on Kaldheim today. Hopefully you're in part of the world where you're able to go out and properly enjoy a Kaldheim pre-release. If you're not, then you're like me. We're all just kind of stuck at home, not able to go and enjoy them the same way, which is a bit of a bummer, but whatever. We got some stuff about Kaldheimer to talk about. Hopefully maybe make your day a little bit better, especially if you're somebody who cares about those special Kaldheim dice. Now, you may know that a few days ago, I did a video talking about the Kaldheim dice scenario, but I did give a quick update to that in my opening video when I did the pre-release kit. Now, people have followed up asking me about that. So we will cover the dice scenario first, and then we'll talk about the Day 1 Errata for Kaldheim. So the dice situation, if you didn't see and don't know what's going on, there are people who are rightfully frustrated because there is a special 20-sided die that is being created just for the Kaldheim bundles. And it's a very attractive looking die. If you want to see what it looks like, you can go check out the video I did on it previously because I'm not going to go into all that. But it's a nice looking die. The problem boils down to Wizards of the Coast essentially saying the exact same style of dice would be available in pre-release kits. Now, flash forward to current times, and we know that's not the case. The regular 20-sided dice are showing up in these kits instead. Now, if you contact Wizards of the Coast and communicate with their customer service in the proper fashion, then you can get a message saying, you know what, as a one-time courtesy, we will send you out this particular special bundle die. But you have to communicate with them in a very particular fashion. You have to let them know essentially that you purchased the pre-release kit specifically because of this dice, and essentially you were misled. The advertising was not accurate. You feel like you were misled as a customer. So you contact them, letting them know that. Now, it's important to be polite. As somebody who's worked in customer service myself, right? Like I've done this, getting the emails from customers. And I always worked way harder for people who were polite, and people who were rude, I would put in minimal effort. So understand, underneath it all, there is a bit of a judgment call that is allowed to be made by these representatives. So if you're coming across in a rude fashion, they can just direct you, just go, oh, go, this is what it says on our website. Sorry, we can't do anything for you. Or they can just go, yeah, we understand your frustration, but we can't do anything for you. So understand that the angle that you approach them with will influence how things go. Now, if you get a negative response back, let's say you contact them and say, look, I ordered the pre-release kit under the understanding I would be receiving the specialized die from the bundle. I did not get that, and I feel like essentially this is almost a bait and switch style maneuver. Whatever language you want to use, make sure that you are polite to the representative. And if they do respond to you with a negative sort of like, there's nothing we can do, you can request to sort of escalate it up the chain and be like, okay, I'd like this to be forwarded off to your supervisor because I don't believe this is an acceptable response. But again, even if they give you a negative response in the first place, make sure you respond positively. So the TLDR on that is basically contact Wizards customer service, explain to them that you bought the pre-release kit specifically to get that die, that the advertising said that you would, and that you are dissatisfied as a customer. That's really the overall gist of what you need to be telling them, all right? So hopefully that will lead to you getting the die. Bear in mind that at a certain point, they may just say, we're not doing this for anybody else. It could come, I tried, I had to start this video a number of times over again because of the background noise. I don't even know if you can hear the background noise right now or if it's just gonna make me sound like a crazy ranter, but I'm stuck in the basement. It stopped already, of course. Okay, so contact about the dice and be polite. Okay, so that's how you get that resolved. I was literally sent a copy of a customer service response from Wizards of the Coast customer service saying they will indeed do this. So part of it's going to be about approach and also what you need to understand too. And you may not get this, like from the outside looking. Okay. Drink from the giant straw, giant. So from the outside looking, you might think to yourself that Wizards customer service is going to be a well-oiled machine and everybody should be aware of everything. But be aware that Wizards customer service is going to be made up of people who are most likely paid minimum wage and don't really care about their jobs very much because, I mean, you're getting paid minimum wage. How much do you care about your job in that scenario? So how up to date are they staying with every policy? Trust me, when I did this kind of customer service, I worked with people who were really smart and really aware who did a great job. And I worked with people who were really dumb and really unaware and did a terrible job. Some of the stuff these people do will blow your mind. So just keep in mind you're dealing with somebody who's not highly paid, may not even understand the scenario. Just be polite and persistent. Those are the two things that I think will have the greatest chance of success, but also understand this is not a guarantee. It's just likely. And also bear in mind that when they did the double master scenario where they said that they would send out booster packs for the VIP packs, that a bunch of people didn't get them and are either still waiting for them or they're never coming. So there's no guarantee with this sort of thing. But since there was enough people asking about it in the comments of my videos, and I saw people were still talking about it on Reddit today, I figured, you know what, this is worth talking about and including in this video. It's Kaldheim. I've already covered the first part. So let us move on to day one errata, because this is something that is not very common. And if you don't know what errata is, it really just means an update to the wording of a card. So normally when I do this sort of thing with my old setup, I would have it on a computer in front of me, but I literally have to pull the card up on my phone so I can tell you guys about it. So we're dealing with the mythic rare all-around god of the cosmos, okay? So I'll put Allrend up on the screen. So during this part of the video, you'll be able to see him on the screen. So Allrend is 2 blue and 3 for a 1/1. That's a lot of mana for a 1/1. But he has +1/+1 for every card in your hand and each foretold card that you have in exile as well. So most of the time he's not going to be a 1/1. But none of that has anything to do with the errata. The errata is going to be in this second chunk of the card. So the wording of the card says, at the beginning of your end step, choose a card type, then reveal the top 2 cards of your library, put all cards of the chosen type into your hand, and the rest on the bottom of your library in any order. Now, there are keywords missing from this. What it should actually say is put all of the revealed cards of the chosen type into your hand, and the rest on the bottom of your library in any order. I didn't notice this when I read it, but if you actually play the card the way it's written, it appears to me this is how it would work. At the beginning of your end step, you would choose a card type. Let's say you choose creature, right? Then you reveal the top 2 cards of your library, but you just reveal those cards. That's it. You show them to your opponent, you look at them, put them back on top of your deck, and do nothing with them because the card doesn't say to do anything with the revealed cards. And then it says put all cards of the chosen type into your hand and the rest on the bottom of your library in any order. And so that would be put all cards of the chosen type, put all creature cards into your hand. Because it doesn't say revealed. If you picked creatures, you wouldn't look at the top 2 and pick creatures and put them into your hand. I'm guessing most people would play this the way it's meant to be played, where you look at the top 2 cards after you choose the type, and any of those top 2 cards that happen to be the type you've chosen, you get to put those in your hand. But with this wording, the cards that are revealed are irrelevant, and the cards you're going to return to your hand are coming from other areas. So you would just return all the creatures to your hand. Any creatures you hadn't played would go back to your hand, and you'd get nothing off the top of your deck, which would make Allrend a lot more garbagey. And I guess actually in some ways, a lot more busted. But it's interesting to note, we don't normally get a lot of day 1 errata, and I doubt that many people are playing it incorrectly because when you're used to Magic wordings and playing Magic, you are, more noise in the background. You're already accustomed to, okay, reveal the cards, put these into my hand. Like, why would it have nothing to do with the revealed cards? So this is the kind of errata that thankfully isn't really going to be a problem. Most people are going to play this card the correct way without it having the correct wording. But if you, let's say there are people who have cubes where they play cards as written. They don't care what errata is. They'll literally use what it says on the card. So in that scenario, Allrind becomes a completely different beast. I just thought it was funky that there was day one errata, and that was worth talking about. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Names of all my glorious, beautiful patrons scrolling on by. Thanks for supporting what I do. I'm gonna get on up out of here before even more crazy noises come out of this basement. Thanks for being here, my friends. I will see you guys later.